Hi everyone, this is my Got Privilege video assignment. I found this assignment to be quite difficult for me because it made me think about how another race has to deal with such challenges when buying everyday items for themselves or other people. I found most of the items on the list but the birthday card for a 40-year-old woman and a doll for a little girl. In order to find most of the items on the list, I visited two different stores in the same area. I went to Target because it is a well-known store, and I went to a specific hair product store. I noticed that the hair product store had various hair and makeup products, along with the fact of a Black or Hispanic person to speak with, and there were not any white sales associates at the store. The products that did not have much availability at Target were the romance novels and the bandages, although I ended up doing some research and I found out that the bandages, you can actually buy skin tone bandages online for different people of color, so Hispanic or Black or African American. They have different bandages for the different skin colors. I found that to be very helpful, but also it wasn't good that they didn't have a variety of bandages at the store itself. I noticed that the bandages, romance novels, and makeup were in the front and easy access for anyone who needed to find them. I also noticed that the hair products at the Target store seemed to be pushed into the back of the shelf, like they didn't want people to know that they sold Black people hair products at the store. The specific hair product store had a various amount of selection of hair products, and the items were pushed in the front and lined up very nicely, and it was quite organized. The items that are generally for white customers I noticed were eye level, but the advertising for them was bold and it had a bigger font than the other items that would be for Black people, which I felt like very unequal, because why wouldn't you want to sell the same product but for a different type of person? I observed that the products for Black people were a little more expensive than the products for white people, specifically the hair products. There was like a $2 to $3 difference, and I was taken back by that and kind of in shock. I also noticed that there were not many makeup companies I found for cover-up or foundation for people of color, and that bothered me because I started to realize how privileged I really am when it comes to just picking up everyday items. I noticed that in Target there was actually an Indian sales associate that did not speak English, so I found it challenging when I need to speak to a manager or talk to her about finding a product. When I saw pictures of the managers at Target, they were all white and male, and I felt a little awkward because what if I really was a Black woman and I needed a specific type of item? I don't know if I would feel comfortable talking to a male sales associate about finding that item, so I felt a little inferior while doing this assignment. I learned that I should be more grateful that it is easy and accessible for me to go in a store and pick something up that I need, an everyday item or an emergency type of item like the bandages that were listed. I also realized that I may experience some emotions that I did not know I had or wanted to bring up at the time because of the struggles that people of color face while wanting to either speak to a manager and then only having to speak to a white manager. That may be a struggle for them because a Black manager may not be around and then they might feel inferior or judged. I noticed that when I visited the hair salon specifically, I felt extremely uncomfortable because I was the only white person in the salon, and the hairdressers were all Black. But after speaking to the hairdresser, I felt more welcomed, and she was actually pretty honest with the prices because she had the prices listed on the door, but then she told me what the prices were and they matched, which I felt like, wow, like she's being honest, that's great. She said all the services that they offered there and what type of services and how long the services took. And I noticed that like this assignment was very eye-opening, and I am happy I had the opportunity to really think about how different people live and shop along with the privileges they are given. I also noticed that I really should be more grateful, like I said prior, to having white privilege, because many people of a different color do not have that type of privilege, and I never really thought about privilege in the sense until this course, and this course has opened me up to thinking more about others than just myself as a white female woman, and I really enjoyed this assignment. Thanks, guys. Bye.